give everybody some time to get on. So there, I got my crew on. Natasha here, Elaine here, you know what I'm saying? GT here, Shadow here, Bridget here, Snuggles is here, you know what I'm saying? CD is here, you know what I'm saying? I got my crew, you know what I'm saying? Can't do this without them. So, whew, all right. What's up, you guys? We here for another Tom MacDonald reaction. We got Tom MacDonald with names. So I wonder where we're gonna go with this one, names. And it's been really hard to avoid some of the titles of the other reactions today. So even some of the titles kind of expose what the song was about, you know? So what's up, Destiny? Welcome to the stream. But let's get it. Oh, and I appreciate you. I don't share my music a lot, so, but the kind of music I picture myself doing, like the way I feel like my hooks or the way I want to express my music, it's really just, it's me talking. It's just me talking. It may sound like spoken word. It may sound like trap, it may sound like this. Is like my music will explore a myriad of different genres. Like, and I'm kind of like a chameleon when it comes to music. I know how to jump I know how to jump in every genre. So it's like, it's weird. But so we got Tom MacDonald names. If y'all ready for it, man, let's check this out, man. So let's break this down, man. Let's have that conversation. So let's go on.
They gon' try to call you names, label you with things till you're ashamed. You're a sexist or a racist, white supremacist or gay. They'll attack your reputation, claim that you're the one to blame, and try to make you hate yourself for ways that you behave. They're just names, embrace them and they'll never cause you pain. They're just words that another person thought up in their brain. They're just names, they do not define you, that's insane. And they'll just call you something different if you change. Call me racist, I don't make no BLM donations. I can stand with black different if you change.
Hold up. That was deep. We got to play that back.
And try to make you hate yourself for ways that you behave. They're just names. Embrace them and they'll never cause you pain. They're just words that another person thought up in their brain. They're just names. They do not define you, that's insane. And they'll just call you something different if you change.
Now, is this green? Nah, is this green screen? Is he really like up on a billboard with that? I'm curious. I'm very curious. Is he really up on a billboard? But I understand camera tricks. But what he said was pretty deep, man. You know what I'm saying? He just names. You know what I'm saying? Sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt me. But, you know, growing up as somebody that got picked on, it would be hard to embrace what I heard or what people call me. So there's in my mind, there's a little bit of disagreement with that. I do believe names do hurt, but I want to see where he goes with this.
Pain, they're just words that another person thought up in their brain. They're just names. They do not define you, that's insane. And they'll just call you something different if you change. Call me racist, I don't make no BLM donations. I can stand with black folks without a branded corporation. All this systemic prejudice, if you live in this nation, you privileged, black or Caucasian. Call me
you privileged, black or Caucasian. Ooh, boy, Tom, you're touching something sensitive, even to me. You touching something sensitive to me. I think that discussion, that's a very layered discussion, I would say. You know what I'm saying? And I know we talk about things like, you know, being able to unify, being able to basically come together and unify against this oppressive system and stuff. But when I do my research and stuff about like culture and how rich that is, even for in the ancient times, and how rich and sacred culture was, like it makes me kind of disagree with unity a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. And I think but that unity has to come with wisdom. You know what I'm saying? That unity has to come with some kind of standard. You know what I'm saying? And that unity has to be something that all people can agree with, but it also tramples the people who make the laws. You know what I'm saying? And I think in America, that unity, we don't have that unity because we got so many different ways of expression. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that opinion can be over what the culture believes is right and wrong. You know, and America has a hard time identifying what's right and what's wrong, or what we would allow as a people to come through that television screen. And I think there's been a long, slow burn to get to where we are now. You say GT23 says, because you're in America, you're privileged more than others, is what Tom. I get it. But like I said, I kind of have to counter contrast that with what I'm saying. Yeah. I do agree with that, Elaine. Thanks for that comment.
No BLM donations. I can stand with black folks without a branded corporation. All this systemic prejudice. If you live in this nation, you privileged, black or Caucasian. Call me transphobic, but I support you in your policies. I just can't ignore the very basics of biology. All I see is men and women trying to live in harmony, not 100 genders that you want to be. Call me.
That's facts. I think Tom's saying what everybody's thinking right there when it comes to that. But we talk about it again. We talk about, like, you know, what they wanted is equality, but what now has started is that, like, you can't even disagree. You can't even have a healthy disagreement with that. We can't even have a healthy disagreement, you know, what we believe about biology. And I had this weird thought, man. Sometimes I believe, like, the people at top who look down on the country, I think they allow that stuff to cause confusion. I think they allow those things to go through so people can fight amongst themselves. You know.
Is men and women trying to live in harmony, not 100 genders that you want to be. Call me snowflake, cause I'm offended, I ain't stone-faced. Social justice warriors destroying us with woke ways. Mad because they...
Call me snowflake, stone face. I like the way he used his wordplay right there.
Harmony, not 100 genders that you wanna be. Call me snowflake, cause I'm offended, I ain't stone faced. So
I like how he kind of made a small reference to his video. So then people be like, call me snowflake, but don't he got a video called Snowflakes? And then you go watch Snowflake.
Genders that you wanna be. Call me snowflake, cause I'm offended, I ain't stone-faced. Social justice warriors destroying us with woke ways. Mad because they...
Social justice warriors destroying us with woke ways. There's something about that social justice warriors... You know, just like my last comment, I really believe they took the word woke and they just destroyed it. They materialized, like people were saying woke, and then they did something with woke and they changed it into something else. And, you know, you can't help but, you know, sometimes you got to give kudos to your enemy, you know.
Offended, I ain't stone-faced. Social justice warriors destroying us with woke ways. Mad because they voted for the POTUS with the most hate. Man, I miss the old days. Call me loser.
I wonder what he meant by that. What y'all think what Tom meant by that? You know, say, man, I miss the old days. How far back was the old days? Oh, and after this song, we're going to listen to a video. We're going to listen to a video that will contrast something I was thinking about earlier today. I think this video will go well with this live stream, actually.
For the POTUS with the most hate. Man, I miss the old days. weird. You can call me what you want, cause at the end of the day, man, they're just names. Go ahead and call us names, dog.
That's probably one of the best verses I've ever heard from Tom. You know what I'm saying? And I always say Tom don't write a lot of filler. All his words mean something, but this sounds so fresh. You know what I'm saying? You know, that verse sounded so fresh. Like I feel like he like just wrote that. But man, oh, okay, Snuggles, let me know. You know, but I really think Tom, if that verse feels very fresh, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It would have been crazy if he'd have released this last month, because we know what last month was. But I think, if he'd have did this last month, yeah.
Man, they're just names. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. We ain't tripping cause we heard it all before. Give a damn about the names.
Ooh, Evan coming in with the clean. Hold up, Evan coming in with the clean. Evan coming in with the clean mixing on that hook. Ooh, that hook sound amazing.
We ain't tripping cause we heard it all before. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no pain. Your words ain't gonna hurt us anymore. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. Y'all are tripping, but I hope you find the Lord. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no shame. Call us anything you want, I'm getting bored.
Say call us anything you want, call us anything you want, I'm getting bored. Wow. That's a good hook, man. That sounds very in sync, like, you know, with the vibe of the song. You know what I'm saying? That auto-tune, Tom, we gotta talk about that auto-tune, but I think the auto-tune fits. I ain't gonna mess with him this week. But yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I've been looking at that jumpsuit the whole time, bro. And I know for a fact that jumpsuit probably about 200 on his website right now.
They gon' try to call you names, label you with things till you're ashamed. Repeat it till you really start believing what they say.
I like how simple the beat is. Got that quick drum and that snare. That snare kind of got that reverb on there. You know what I'm saying? Kind of echoes with that empty space, just allowing you can hear Tom more clearly. This is something that, you know, the beat kind of speaks to you in a way that lets Tom like give it that volume it needs in the song.
Label you with things till you're ashamed. Repeat it till you really start believing what they say. They gon' stamp it on your forehead and scream it till you break. They love to say they woke, they not awake. They're just names, afraid of anyone who ain't the same. So they classify your thoughts as controversial, not okay. Then they cancel you till everything you have all gets erased. They trying to tell the world you bad, they're just names. Call me.
But you know, so what, man? Like when people say they just names, and this is my contrast and argument. This is just to provide some discussion. But I'm a part of the fighting game community, and on Twitter, the fighting game community is like it's like a cesspool, you know what I'm saying? So anytime, like, this is how we go too far with names, but you know, everybody knows in a healthy competition, there's going to be trash talking, some name calling in healthy competition. That's just what people do in competition. We have to learn how to rightly divide what context and what people are getting called names in. If I call somebody a name like, oh, you trash in competition, that's in competition. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but if it's in more of in a derogatory term, and this is how I judge people who say the N-word, Willie, but I always judge the context in which it was used. That's why I can get through a song like Adam Calhoun's Racism. You know what I'm saying? I can get through that song because of that. You know what I'm saying? And some people say I was a coon for what I said, but I was like, bro. But I just think like this, in the way we express this stuff, like there's no wisdom behind it, bro. It is, we gotta be able to learn how to rightly divide things. But let's go back.
Controversial, not okay. Then they cancel you till everything you have all gets erased. They trying to tell the world you bad, they're just names. Call me conservative or liberal, Republican or Democrat. I'm somewhere in the middle, but y'all don't know what to do with that. The system got you so obsessed with classifying right or left. You never call a person human, call them names instead. Call me sexist. Men run the world cause they're aggressive, but behind every man there's a woman just as successful. We will never be equal in every way, that ain't helpful. Our differences are why we're great together. Call me what?
That's bars. That's bars. I like that part. That's probably like my favorite line right now.
System got you so obsessed with classifying right or left. You never call a person human, call them names instead. Call me sexist. Men run the world cause they're aggressive, but behind every man there's a woman just as successful. We will never be equal in every way, that ain't helpful. Our differences are why we're great together.
Our differences are why we are great together. So when God made Eve, he said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She shall be named Eve. And the Most High called her the helpmeet. You know what I'm saying? The helpmeet. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good and healthy right now because of my sweetie. You know what I'm saying? My sweetie keep me, get them hot plates. You know what I'm saying? You get the hot plate, you get the chicken, you know what I'm saying? We get the mashed potatoes, you know what I'm saying? You get the green beans, you get the yellow rice, you know what I'm saying? You get the meatloaf, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, but that's just amongst the minute things he does for me. She gives me peace. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, women are great. Oh, you had to DM it to me? Okay. But I get what Tom is saying. I get what Tom is saying. You know what I'm saying? I feel him on that one. But I think a lot of people won't be hearing that one though. A lot of people won't hear that. You know what I'm saying? We're greater together. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the rich and powerful are powerful is because they keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? On this lower level of society, families are broken. So there's no way wealth can build without family. There's no way wealth can be acquired without family. You know? And while they up top, you know what I'm saying? While they up top pass things family to family, presidents are related, all this stuff. I just found out recently that Beyonce is a cousin of like a queen of England, like from the 1800s. Like Beyonce is like related to the Queen of England. And I was like, what? But like I said, that's another day. But you know what I'm saying, with our family, you know what I'm saying, with our wealth, you know what I'm saying, you can get wealth by yourself, but it's better with family. You know what I'm saying? So let's go.
Right or left, you never call a person human, call them names instead. Call me sexist. Men run the world cause they're aggressive, but behind every man there's a woman just as successful. We will never be equal in every way, that ain't helpful. Our differences are why we're great together. Call me white devil. I know you think the system favors me. My privilege is residual benefits from the slavery. Subconscious prejudice embedded in the system made for me. Don't mean I never struggled to survive, I guess we ain't agree. Ignorant and jaded, call me dumb, uneducated, call me idiot or red.
I want to go back and listen to that real quick.
Call me white devil. I know you think the system favors me. My privilege is residual benefits from the slavery. Subconscious prejudice embedded in the system made for me. Don't mean I never struggled to survive, I guess we ain't agree. Ignorant and jaded, call me dumb, uneducated.
That's a whole different discussion. That's a whole different discussion, Tom. I'm with you. I know what you mean by that, Tom. I know what you mean, but that's a layered discussion, bro. That's oh boy, I wish I could show y'all some of the stuff, but ooh.
Me don't mean I never struggled to survive. I guess we ain't agree.
But I get what you're saying. We mutually struggled. And we mutually struggled. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. That right there, that statement right there, that's almost a triggering for me. I'm sorry.
Prejudice embedded in the system made for me. Don't mean I never struggled to survive. I guess we ain't agree. Ignorant and jaded, call me dumb, uneducated, call me idiot or redneck or delusional or crazy. Call me anything society has taught you to say. Cause at the end of the day, they're just names. Go ahead.
Stone face. I ain't gonna lie, I like that line actually. But here's my thing here's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel different about history. You know what I'm saying? I love history. I love knowing what happened. You know, I love researching on what was so I can understand what is. And that's a pretty deep discussion. That's a pretty deep discussion. Mug, where I buy the Get Ready track. Oh, you like that track? But shoot, man, you can download it from my SoundCloud. But anyway, but yeah, that's a layered discussion, Tom. We got a lot to talk about on that discussion. But I think what the biggest injustice to this country is that they wasn't honest about history. You know what I'm saying? A lot of history was changed and misrepresented. You know, and that's the biggest injustice to this country. And then when Tom was talking about, you know, gender ideals, when he was talking about gender ideals, that's misrepresented too. You know what I'm saying? They always give you the most extreme side of the coin when it comes to that. But they never tell you both sides, what's good and bad about this decision you make. You know, I often tell, like, you know, in private conversations, I always say, you know, they never really tell people like the good and bad of those decisions, the cause and effect of those decisions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not going to like you for that decision. A lot of people are going to disenfranchise you for that decision. Like, your decisions, people don't understand that decisions affect everybody. Yeah, right. You know, K Bell said, I always felt like an outsider being Native Indian. I'm actually like a 5th Cherokee myself. But all the bad names hurt, but most of them aren't accurately portraying any ethnicity. And I tell you, man, once you find out, like, you know what I'm saying, with my history lessons, I start with the Bible because I always wanted to kind of identify who was who in the Bible. And once you start there and you start figuring out where people went and how names of folks have been changing throughout time, you start to realize, man, like, yo, like, this, you mean the same people who did this is the same people who doing. So, you know, and then when you figure out what's the character of people, of certain people groups, and that they haven't changed, oh, you be like, oh, wait. But man, I tell you, it's a lot going on, and that's the delusion. That's the illusion that, like, we are privileged in America. Let's be honest about that. We are privileged. We are privileged with what we have. Man, I was just reading this book about Chronicles of an Economic Hitman. I think that's free on Audible if you want to go check that out. That book right there, woo wee. Woo wee. It's about an 11-hour listen, but I'll tell you, man, that thing hooks you. But I know I kind of went left. But this song kind of brings up a lot of the stuff I've been looking at.
Anything society has taught you to say, because at the end of the day, they're just names. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. We ain't tripping because we heard it all before. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no pain. Your words ain't gonna hurt us anymore. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. Y'all are tripping, but I hope you find the Lord. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no shame. Call us anything you want, I'm getting bored. Your sticks and your stones might break my bones.
Man, how did I know he was gonna harmonize that? I knew he was gonna harmonize that. I knew it.
Sticks and your stones might break my bones, but your words don't hurt. So give me your worst. Stupid loser.
Oh, I can't imagine this at a concert. Can you imagine like 20,000 people singing this part? Tom, you need to go on tour, bro.
Bones, but your words don't hurt. So give me your worst. Stupid loser, ugly poser, moron, liar, crazy loner. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. We ain't tripping because we heard it all before. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no pain. Your words ain't gonna hurt us anymore. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. Y'all are tripping, but I hope you find the Lord. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no shame. Call us anything you want, I'm getting bored.
Oh, okay. We got somebody extra. Good job, Tom. I like that, man. All right, so what's